So what if a company offered you up to $9,000 just to copy and paste something you've already made onto a platform you've been actively ignoring?
I mean, it sounds totally made up.
Right. It sounds like the setup to a scam, like one of those sketchy emails just sitting in your junk folder promising passive income.
Oh, absolutely. The classic earn thousands from home pitch.
Exactly. But the company throwing this cash around isn't some fly-by-night operation. It is literally one of the most powerful tech conglomerates on the planet.
Yeah, we're talking about Meta here.
Welcome to today's deep dive. We have this really fascinating stack of sources in front of us today, detailing Meta's incredibly aggressive new strategy.
It's basically a strategy to bribe content creators back to Facebook.
Bribe is the perfect word for it. So our mission for you today is twofold. First, we're going to decode the exact mechanics of this new Creator Fast Track program.
Right.
And second, we're going to peel back the layers to uncover a massive, almost unbelievable corporate paradox happening behind the scenes.
And it really is a paradox. I mean, understanding it requires looking at the sheer scale of the battlefield right now.
Yeah, set the stage for us.
Well, we are not talking about a little promotional giveaway here to, boost quarterly engagement numbers.
Right, this isn't pocket change.
No, this is a multi-billion-dollar zero-sum tug-of-war for your attention. Meta is engaged in this brutal fight against rivals like TikTok, YouTube.
And even their own subsidiary, right, Instagram.
Exactly, even Instagram. So what we are exploring today goes far beyond a single app's marketing budget.
So true.
The mechanics of how they are weaponizing their cash reserves, well, it has fundamental implications for anyone who watches a video, creates a post, or simply exists in the modern digital ecosystem.
Okay, let's unpack this, because the numbers in our source material are staggering, and we need to understand exactly how this bounty system works.
Let's do it.
So Meta rolled out this Creator Fast Track program. It's a 3-month initiative, right?
Which is 3 months.
And they're paying creators a sliding scale between $300 and $9,000, based purely on the size of their existing audience.
Which is a huge chunk of change for what they're actually asking for.
It really is, because the core requirement to get that check, the creator just has to post 15 original short-form videos, which Meta calls Reels, on Facebook each month.
Just 15. That's like one every other day.
Right. On paper, it sounds incredibly simple, but they aren't just leaving the vault door open for anybody, are they?
Far from it. The barrier to entry is where we see the actual strategy at play.
Okay, walk me through that.
So a random person deciding to start vlogging today, they cannot sign up for this.
Yeah, no rookies allowed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To even be considered, a creator needs to bring a highly proven track record to the table. Specifically, they need to already have over 20,000 followers on a competing platform.
So we're talking TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube.
Yep. And additionally, they must have generated at least 30,000 total video views across their content in the last 60 days.
Okay, so they aren't funding potential. They are strictly buying guaranteed commodities. They just want a sure thing.
That is the underlying logic, yeah. They are attempting to acquire an established audience by, acquiring the conduit to that audience.
The creator themselves.
Right. But there is a secondary condition to this program that reveals how highly targeted this acquisition really is.
Oh, right. And that condition is the part that completely stopped me in my tracks when I read the source.
It's pretty wild.
It is. According to the breakdown in our sources, to qualify for this fast track money, a creator cannot have posted a single Facebook reel in the last 6 months.
Yep, not even one.
Let that sink in for a second for you listening. Yeah. If you have been consistently uploading videos to Facebook for the last year, helping them build their platform, you get $0 from this specific program.
Zero.
I keep trying to wrap my head around this. It's like, okay, it's like a real estate developer building a brand new shopping mall. And they completely ignore the small local businesses that have been loyal tenants in the area for years. Instead, they pay millions in cash to a massive anchor store, like a Target or a Macy's, just to move into the new building.
That's a great way to look at it.
I mean, it seems like they are actively punishing loyalty and rewarding people who completely abandon them. Am I reading that wrong?
The anchor store analogy actually captures the mechanics perfectly, though I would probably reframe the concept of punishing loyalty.
How so?
Well, in the cold calculus of customer acquisition, loyalty is already a sunk cost in Meta's favor.
Oh, because they already have them.
Exactly. If a creator is already posting on Facebook for free, paying them $9,000 doesn't generate any new net growth for the platform. It just increases operational costs.
That is so cynical, but it makes total business sense.
What's fascinating here is that Meta is explicitly targeting what the industry calls churned users.
Churned users. Okay.
Right, these are people who either tried Facebook video and left, or they established themselves on TikTok and just never bothered with Facebook in the first place.
But doesn't that breed resentment among the core creators who are actually keeping the lights on?
That is always a risk, definitely. But you have to look at the psychology of user inertia.
Inertia. Like, just not wanting to change habits.
Precisely.
Yeah.
In the tech industry, inertia-like, that entrenched daily habit of opening a specific app and staying inside that specific ecosystem is the hardest force to overcome.
Yeah, I guess once you're used to an app, you don't really leave.
Right. Think about a creator who has built a massive following on YouTube Shorts. They have their workflow, their community, and their monetization completely locked into Google's ecosystem.
Right, everything is there.
So getting them to export a file, open a completely different app, navigate a different interface, and learn a different algorithm, that is an enormous point of friction. By slapping a $9,000 price tag on that exact behavior change, Meta is assigning a literal, quantifiable value to breaking a creator's inertia.
Which implies they must be demanding something incredibly valuable in return to justify breaking that inertia.
You would think so, yeah.
I mean, if I am an advertiser or a platform executive and I am cutting a check for up to $9 grand, I am demanding bespoke, highly customized content.
Sure, that makes sense.
I want videos that you cannot see anywhere else on the internet. I want total exclusivity.
Right, that would be the traditional television or streaming model, yes.
Yep.
You pay for the exclusive broadcast rights.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Our sources state explicitly that this content does not need to be exclusive at all.
Not even a little bit.
The informational page for the program clarifies that creators can share content they have already made for other platforms.
Yep.
They can literally take a video that went viral on TikTok 3 weeks ago or a YouTube short that already peaked in views and just upload that exact same file to Facebook.
Just drag and drop.
The only stipulations are that the creator must own the original rights to the work, and it cannot have been posted on Facebook previously. They are literally paying premium rates for sloppy seconds.
They really are.
So why? Why would any tech platform want recycled content?
Well, because we have to understand the difference between premium exclusivity and pure volume mechanics.
Okay, break that down for me.
What's fascinating here is that Meta is playing a numbers game rooted in the concept of video liquidity.
Video liquidity?
Yeah. When you, the listener, are mindlessly scrolling through a video feed at night, the platform's only goal is to prevent you from closing the app.
Right, just keep you swiping.
To do that, the algorithm needs a nearly infinite, bottomless well of highly engaging videos to pull from. It literally doesn't matter to Facebook if a video went viral on TikTok last Tuesday.
Because the overlapping audience is small.
Exactly. The overlap is smaller than you might think. For millions of Facebook exclusive users, our recycled TikTok video is a brand new piece of content.
Oh, wow. So it's about eliminating the friction of creation entirely.
Exactly the opposite of demanding bespoke content.
Right.
If Meta went to a busy YouTuber and said, hey, we will pay you to write, shoot, and edit a brand new exclusive video just for us, the creator would calculate the hours required and likely say no.
Yeah, the opportunity cost is just too high.
But by saying, just drag and drop the exact same MP4 file you rendered yesterday onto our server, the friction drops to absolute zero.
They literally have no excuse not to do it.
Right. They are removing every conceivable excuse a creator might have for ignoring the platform. It is a massive land grab for digital inventory.
I want to push back on that a bit, though.
Yeah.
Because if it is that frictionless, what stops a creator from just treating this like an ATM?
Oh, a lot of them probably will.
Right. Like, they drop 15 old videos a month, collect their $3,000 for the quarter, and then on day 91, they just completely abandon Facebook again.
Yeah, that's the obvious risk.
So does this strategy actually work long-term, or is Meta just setting money on fire here?
This raises an important question about the hidden architecture of the program. Meta isn't stupid. They know creators might take the money and run.
Okay.
Which is why the cash is only the bait. The actual hook is the secondary incentives built into the Fast Track program.
The hidden perks.
Yes. Our sources highlight two massive perks that come with participation.
Okay, what's the first one?
First, participants are granted immediate VIP access to Facebook's native content monetization programs.
Which are normally pretty hard to get into, right?
Exactly. They're normally gated behind strict invite-only thresholds. So as soon as the 3-month bounty ends, the creator is already fully integrated into the ongoing ad revenue sharing ecosystem.
Oh, so they don't have to start from scratch.
No, they are locked in.
They get to skip the line at the club, basically.
Yep, precisely. But the second perk is even more critical.
Let's hear it.
The program explicitly guarantees an algorithm boost.
Wait, can we pause right there?
Yeah,
Because that feels like a huge departure from how these companies normally operate.
it absolutely is.
Usually the algorithm is treated like this sacred, mysterious black box. You know, creators spend years trying to reverse engineer it.
And the platforms always insist that good organic content naturally rises to the top.
Right. So are they just openly admitting they can manually juice the numbers?
They are. And understanding how an algorithm boost works behind the scenes explains the whole retention strategy.
Okay, explain that for me.
So when a new creator joins a platform, they face what's called the cold start problem.
The cold start problem.
Right. The algorithm doesn't know who to show their videos to, so the videos get 0 views, the creator gets discouraged, and they leave.
Yeah. That makes sense. It's too quiet.
Exactly. But by guaranteeing an algorithm boost, Meta is manually overriding the organic recommendation engine.
Wow.
They're injecting these specific videos directly into thousands of users' feeds to artificially generate engagement data. They're basically manufacturing the dopamine hit of virality for the creator.
That is wild. They aren't just paying them cash. They're literally paying them in guaranteed digital fame.
And that is the realization that should completely reframe how you experience social media.
Seriously.
The next time you, the listener, are swiping through your feed and you stop on a deeply engaging video from a creator you vaguely recognize from another app, you need to understand the invisible mechanics at play.
It's not just organic magic.
No, that video likely did not appear on your screen
Right.
because a community of people organically shared it. It may have been algorithmically forced into your feed, heavily subsidized by a corporate acquisition program.
Just specifically designed to capture your attention and sell it to advertisers.
Exactly.
Man, it completely shatters the illusion of the organic town square, doesn't it?
It really does.
You aren't browsing a community, you are walking through a highly optimized, heavily funded behavioral laboratory.
That's exactly what it is.
Which naturally leads me to wonder about the broader financial reality of a company that can afford to subsidize reality on this scale. Let's look at the broader 2025 landscape detailed in our sources.
The sheer volume of capital moving through these systems is hard to fathom, to be honest.
It really is. Like, in 2025 alone, Facebook's content monetization programs paid out almost $3 billion to creators.
$3 billion. And that number represents a massive 35% year-over-year increase from 2024.
Right. A 35% jump in 1 year. And the crazy thing is, it's not just a few megastars taking the whole pie.
No, the middle class of creators is growing too.
Exactly. The source notes that the number of creators earning over $10,000 a year grew by 30% in that same time frame. They have essentially opened the floodgates.
They have. But surely this kind of spending isn't sustainable forever, right?
Right, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, if we look at the historical context provided in the research, we see that these aggressive cash grabs are cyclical. They come and go.
Like tactical strikes.
Exactly. They are tactical strikes in the attention economy. The source material references a perfect example of this from just a few years ago, the major TikTok ban scare in the United States.
Oh, right, when everyone thought the app was just going to disappear overnight.
Yes. And when that legislative uncertainty was at its absolute peak, Meta didn't just sit back and watch.
What did they do?
They reportedly offered localized bounties ranging from $10,000 to $50,000 in straight cash to popular TikTokers.
Wow. $50,000.
Yeah. And the sole condition was that they post their content on Instagram Reels first.
So it was a strategy designed to weaponize their superior cash reserves.
Right, to literally starve a competitor of its most valuable resource, human-generated content, during a moment of vulnerability.
So what does this all mean for the company's actual identity today? Because here is the final, incredibly jarring detail from our source that I just cannot resolve in my head.
A layoff.
Yes. While Meta is throwing $3 billion a year at human creators to make short-form videos, the parent company is reportedly considering cutting its internal staff by 20% or more.
It's a massive contradiction.
It is. And the stated reason for hollowing out their own workforce: to offset the explosive expenses of artificial intelligence infrastructure.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, we uncover what might be the defining corporate paradox of this decade.
Okay, let's connect it.
Let's look at the mechanics of what is happening on both sides of Meta's ledger. On the internal side, they are preparing to aggressively shed human talent.
Right, their own employees.
Yes. These are the software engineers, the system designers, the moderators, the support staff who physically build and maintain the architecture of the platform.
The people running the show.
Exactly. They are liquidating that human capital to free up billions of dollars to purchase NVIDIA chips, build massive cooling centers, and train enormous large language models.
So they are literally trading human employees for raw compute power.
That is the internal philosophy right now. But on the external side of the ledger, they are utterly dependent on human creativity.
Oh, the creators.
Right. They are simultaneously spending billions of dollars to bribe external human talent to fill their platforms with the entertainment required to keep end users engaged.
That is so twisted.
They are bleeding human talent internally to fund the machines while aggressively buying human talent externally because those machines still cannot generate the cultural relevance needed to sell ads.
I have to say, it feels like a deeply unstable equilibrium.
Extremely unstable.
They're basically announcing, hey, we don't believe we need humans to run the back end of our company anymore. We have AI for that. But please, human video creators, take this $9,000 because we desperately need your recycled TikToks to stop our users from logging off.
It's a total identity crisis.
Total identity crisis.
It is a company attempting to operate under two entirely contradictory realities.
Yeah.
The push for AI efficiency and automation is clashing violently with the economic reality that idiosyncratic human-generated entertainment is the only thing that actually captures human attention.
Wow.
The fast-track programs and the multi-billion-dollar payouts are highly lucrative for creators right now, sure.
Yep.
But that looming shadow of a 20% staff reduction reveals a structural pivot that cannot be ignored. The floor is shifting beneath everyone's feet.
It certainly is shifting. So to bring all these threads together for you listening, the digital ecosystem you navigate every day is not a passive mirror of human interest.
Not at all.
It is an intensely funded, highly engineered battlefield. Right now, companies are so desperate to control your daily habits that they are willing to pay up to $9,000 for recycled, copy and pasted video files.
Just to ensure your eyeballs are glued to their app instead of their rivals.
Exactly. They are quite literally buying your attention by purchasing the digital loyalty of the creators you already watch.
And while those creators are certainly the ones cashing the massive checks today, the foundational infrastructure of the very platforms they are fighting over is fundamentally shifting.
Shifting away from human labor, right?
Yes, shifting away from human labor and toward automated AI systems. The massive capital reallocation we are seeing inside these companies is setting the stage for an entirely different kind of internet.
Which leaves us with one final, slightly unsettling thought to mull over.
Yeah, this is a big question.
If a tech behemoth is already willing to lay off a fifth of its own human workforce just to fund the unimaginable costs of their AI ambitions, how long is this creator gold rush really going to last?
Probably not forever.
Right. How long will it be before they decide to stop paying human creators $9,000 for a video and simply use that billion-dollar AI infrastructure to generate the reels themselves?
It's only a matter of time.
And when that day finally arrives, you won't just be scrolling through a platform that paid for sloppy seconds. You will be scrolling through a platform that fully copy and pasted the human creator right out of the equation. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.